there's not a word for how devastating that is to hear about. And so I think the environment just needs to be made a lot safer all around.
Pop star Ariana Grande is speaking out about her time on Nickelodeon for the first time since several former child stars of the network have come forward with allegations of abuse and a toxic environment.
Obviously, my relationship to it has and is currently and has been changing, and I'm reprocessing a lot of what the experience was like. You know, I think that the environment needs to be made safer if kids are going to be acting, and I think there should be therapists. I think there should be parents allowed to be wherever they want to be.
On the June 12 episode of the podcast Podcrushed, the Yes and singer spoke with the hosts, including actor Penn Badgley, with whom she recently collaborated on her music video, The Boy Is Mine. The 30-year-old addressed the scandal after being asked her thoughts on child acting.
A lot of people don't have the support that they need to get through performing at that level at such a young age, but also dealing with some of the things that the survivors who've come forward, and there's not a word for how devastating that is.
The scandal surrounding the Children's Network made headlines in March after docuseries Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV was released. Among the allegations was the bombshell revelation from actor Drake Bell, who came forward about the abuse he suffered at the hands of dialogue coach Brian Peck. In 2004, Peck pleaded no contest to charges of a lewd act against a child and oral copulation of a person under 16 and was ordered to register as a sex offender. Bell has identified himself as the minor in the case. The docuseries also included allegations from several other actors and staff. Zoe 101 actress Alexa Nicholas participated in the docuseries and spoke with Access Hollywood about the allegations.
Dan Schneider would come into the wardrobe fittings, and I would come out and I would do the spin, and then they would take the Polaroid of me, and then he would say, "Can I have the Polaroids?" at the end. Now, when I look back at that, that's weird. Why does he want those Polaroids? Why does it really matter to him what I'm wearing? And he picked a lot of the times short skirts.
While Ariana Grande did not participate in Quiet on Set, several clips of the child star on the show, Sam and Cat, were included. They showed the underage Grande trying to get juice out of a potato with two hands, putting her toes in her mouth, and pouring water on herself. Grande is reacting to seeing those videos again.
Speaking specifically about our show, I think that was something that we were convinced was like the cool thing about us, is that like we pushed the envelope with our humor, and the innuendos were like, we were told and convinced as well that it was like the cool differentiation. And I don't know, I think it just all happened so quickly, and now looking back on some of the clips, I'm like, that's, damn, like really? And the craziest, like if my daughter, you know, sorry to, you know, I just, you think about it, it's like if I had a daughter, it's like, and
the craziest part of that is like how many people have to approve it. Like when you start working in
so
television,
many adults,
so many
45 adults at least.
So many adults approved that. So that's, it's like there's no spirit of responsibility towards children.
Right.
There's a spirit of like a bottom line, a financial
there is a bottom line.
line. You know,
there's a bottom line, and then the things that weren't approved for the network were snuck onto like our website or whatever it was, and that is another discovery. But going into it, I guess I'm upset.
While Grande has not made any allegations herself, she did reveal how involved her mother, Joan Grande, was allowed to be while she worked.
Towards the end, my mom was allowed to come to set when I was like, you know, a little. But,
she wasn't allowed to come to set?
When we were younger, they were allowed to come to run through sometimes, or like things like that, like occasionally, I think. But yeah, towards the end, she was there like a little more, and we've been talking a lot about this recently, and she's been like sort of.
My mom and I have too, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like.
It's awakening.
Yeah, you have to start to process like, okay, so now knowing what we all know, neither would I want my children to be in an environment like that, nor does my mother in retrospect think that I should have been in an environment like that. So, you know, then how do we kind of reconcile around that as you know, for the sake of our relationship.
Grande says she's reprocessing her experience through the lens of the allegations and hopes to see more protections for young artists.
This behavior is prevalent. It's a
we're
norm.
used to. We're told it's normal.
Yeah.
And it's changing. And I think that's a really nice place to see the world in unison, standing in a place where we're like, that's changing.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable.
Nickelodeon previously issued a statement to Access Hollywood following the premiere of Quiet on Set, which read in part, "Though we cannot corroborate or negate allegations of behaviors from productions decades ago, Nickelodeon, as a matter of policy, investigates all formal complaints as part of our commitment to fostering a safe and professional workplace environment free of harassment or other kinds of inappropriate conduct. Our highest priorities are the well-being and best interests not just of our employees, cast, and crew, but of all children, and we have adopted numerous safeguards over the years to help ensure we are living up to our own high standards and the expectations of our audience."